What's going on, everyone? You got Matt here, and welcome to part 2 of my Draft League discussion series. Today, once again, we'll be talking about the ban list and some Pokemon I think should or should not be banned based on their stats, move pools, abilities, the way they pair with other Pokemon, how they perform in the Pokemon Draft League format. So this video is going to be, again, just me chilling on Showdown, scrolling up and down, showing you what I have to show you, and if you guys want to tab out, that's perfectly fine. But before you do, make sure you hit the subscribe button, make sure you like the video, and make sure you share the video as well and comment your opinion on the Pokemon I'm going to be covering today. I have another 3 Pokemon that I'm going to cover for you guys, and I think you're going to have, I guess, some conflicting thoughts with my opinions on these Pokemon, especially based on what I said about the other ones. Now, I am recording this right after the first part of it. I have to kind of bulk record a bit, but you guys should be seeing this a week after my my first part goes up. So I guess it's almost Christmas. Like, this is the first part went up on what, the 14th, so it'll be almost Christmas. Happy birthday to my brother. Anyways, so I think the Pokemon I have covered for you today, you're gonna be very excited to hear about. I have a couple good ones, but again, make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, because I like you all, and I think you should like me too. So yeah. And comment again, and join the personal Discord server. The link is in the description below, as well as follow me on Twitter. Again, link in the description. So let's cover the Pokemon we're talking about. The first Pokemon we're going to be looking at is Naganadel, and Naganadel, aka UB Stinger. It's been released today. That's what it's called by Pokemon and Game Freak. This thing is Poison and Dragon type. It has a very good typing, very nice typing actually, with not the best coverage in the world, but it has everything that it needs. And the reason I say that is because you have Draco Meteor, you have Sludge Wave, and the only thing this type doesn't cover, this typing, I guess, doesn't cover is Steel types. But wait, you have Fire Blast, you have Flamethrower. Oh, and to make matters worse, you have Nasty Plot, and Thunderbolt, and you have U-Turn. So this thing gets so many great options on the special side, and it has a couple physical options being Acrobatics, Fell Stinger, Gunk Shot, Leech Life, but you're not going to run that because you look at its stats. It has 127 special attack, 121 speed, and then 73 in everything else. Why? Why did they give this thing, like, to me, this thing could have been so much better if instead of having 127 special attack, it had like 110 and 115 speed, and then say, you know what, the rest is going to go into your defenses, because that'd be so much better. But I just like having a more well-rounded Pokemon. But anyways, I'm using Naganadel right now in the WPL, and I'm very excited for it. I'm loving using it. I think it's a great Pokemon, and the biggest reason for that is because of Beast Boost. I've used Nihilego in the past before, I've used Xurkitree in the past before, and Nihilego does a good job of doing similar things to Naganadel with Beast Boost, because you can boost up either your special attack or your speed. But having Nasty Plot with this thing is just, it's awesome. After one kill, you're outspeeding pretty much all the Scarfers in the game, and you can just go to town and pretty much OHKO everything. It's a phenomenal Z user, and again, I'm let's see, Draconium Z. I am a big fan of Beast Boost. To me, it's one of the top 10 abilities in the game, and you look at the Pokemon I covered last time, Megarina, Lele, Hoopa, 2 of them had, again, abilities I think are top 10 in the entire Draft League format. So I love this thing. Some of the weaknesses for it, it can use hidden powers, certain hidden powers. Like, I don't think it can use hidden power fighting. I don't think that's a possibility. I think it's run like hidden power ground. Let me double check this. Hidden power fighting. Let's see. OU. Validate. Naganadel is an Uber. Naganadel must not have hidden power fighting because it starts with 3 perfect IVs. So there you go. So you can't have hidden power fighting on that. And there's probably a couple others I can't really think of off the top of my head. But yeah, and again, it has poor stats outside of its speed and special attack. So to me, I would say actually, even though it has a couple weaknesses, because of Beast Boost and because of Nasty Plot, and because even at +2 with a Nasty Plot, a Z Draco plus a Draco Meteor, OHKO is a Heatran, like, this thing needs to be banned. It's the first Pokemon I'm saying ban it, ban it, ban it, because it's so good. It does so many things well. No, it does not so many things well. It does what it does well. It does probably better than most other Pokemon. Probably 95, 99% of all other Pokemon. Anyways, that is my thoughts on Naganadel. Let me know if you agree. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Next up, though, I want to cover a Pokemon that's been getting not a lot of attention lately, but its alternate form has. So I'm going to cover Sheer Force Landorus, oh my god, Landorus, there we go. Anyways, so Sheer Force Landorus is, it's a problem. It got a couple buffs this generation, with Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon being, not Stealth Rocks, but Defog. Defog is a big one. It's kind of interesting. I like the fact that I got it. I'm not going to be run all the time, but it can be used. But this thing is so good because it has an amazing 4x, amazing move pool. Amazing move pool. If you look at it, you have access. Let's just cover its special move pool first, because specially is where you kind of want to lean a bit more because of sheer force and life orbs. You have Earth Power, Focus Blast, Grass Knot. You have all the hidden powers, I believe. You have, except for hidden power fighting, probably. Well, you have to be like, let's try that, hidden power fighting. I think you have to be like picking up from another generation. Let's try this, hidden power fighting. And then let's go again to validate. Yeah, you can use hidden power fighting, there we go. So that's an advantage there. You have Stealth Rocks, actually, this generation. Let's go back to its special move pool for a bit. Like I said, Earth Power, Focus Blast, Grass Knot. You have hidden powers. You have Psychic, Sludge Wave, which all get boosted by sheer force, and of course Life Orb, meaning you're gonna hit things like a truck. On its physical side, you have Rock Slide. You have Earthquake, EQ. There we go. You have your physical moves like Brick Break. You have Bulk Up and Calm Mind for setup, by the way. Z Explosion is a scary set. I love the fact this thing gets U-turn. I love the fact that it gets knockoff. What else? What else do you get? You get Superpower. It's kind of cool. You can still run Sludge Wave even if you're going to be physical to deal with fairy types because you have such decent, not decent, but good special attack. Its stats, in my opinion, are probably some of the most well-rounded that we've seen in terms of like the Pokemon that we covered so far. Of course, outside of Magearna, but the defenses are all 80, 90, 89, or sorry, let me try that again. 89, 90, 80, very good defenses. Its attacking stats at 125, 115, and 101 are great. 101, to me, is the best speed tier we've seen so far. Yes, the fastest Pokemon outside of Naganadel, but it outspeeds base 100s, and that's awesome, because that way you don't get outsped by Shaman, you don't get outsped by Mew, by Celebi, by Salamence. Like all these Pokemon that would normally speed tie with you at base 100, you outspeed them, and you can just say, hey, catch a Rock Slide, catch an Earth Power, catch a Sludge Wave, catch a knockoff. Like, this thing is so good, and I love the fact that it's base 101. And to me, if you take away that 1 point in speed, my decision is different. And because of that, like, you're probably going to look at what I'm going to say about it. And it does have a 4 times weakness, and it does pretty much only be offensive. But I have to ban this thing. I have to say this thing is banned. So Landorus with Sheer Force, if I had my own league, I would ban this thing. Just so many different options in terms of physical and special. So many powerful moves. Like, pack that with Life Orb and Sheer Force, this thing does so much work. And to me, its speed stat is just so valuable. An underrated stat, I didn't even bring it up. Gravity and Earth Power, or Earthquake even. This set here, Gravity and Earth Power, will be able to beat Celesteela 100% of the time, especially if you're packing like a Yachi Berry, if you want to set up on the Celesteela. But this thing can do so much work, guys. I love Landorus, and I wish I was a bit like not this busted, because I kind of want to use a Sheer Force Landorus in the future. Anyways, guys, that is my thoughts on Landorus. Again, comment section below. Let me know what your thoughts are. And then finally, our last Pokemon we'll be covering. This might be a little bit of spoilers to some of you, but the game's been out for a month. If you don't want to be spoiled because this Pokemon is not released yet, then leave the video. Thank you for watching. But this Pokemon is unreleased, so it is. Whoops, let me go over here. Zorora, and Zorora is again an unreleased Pokemon. It has pretty mediocre stats. Not a big fan of them at all. A good ability in Volt Absorb. I thought it'd be a bit better. I thought it would have its own signature ability, to be honest. But Volt Absorb, I'm not mad at. It does have its own what is it called? Signature move, being Plasma Fist. And Plasma Fist, if you didn't know, it's basically an Earthquake that's electric type and physical, and it makes all normal moves your opponent uses for that turn electric, meaning that you can go for the Plasma Fist, your opponent goes for a return, you get hit with that, and you go for Volt, and you get your Volt Absorb. So that's pretty cool. To me, I think this was the perfect Pokemon to make a excuse me, a fighting electric type, but I mean, they decided to go against it. This thing gets close combat, it gets superpower, it gets Brick Break, it gets Drain Punch, like, it gets a ton of fighting coverage, but decided to make a pure electric type. I'm okay with Zorora. It's nothing too special to me. I think it's the picture fast electric type, picture perfect fast electric type. It's got ridiculous speed. It's got too much speed. 143 speed. Like, what are you gonna do with that? Like, what? You could have put 10 into your attack, 10 into your special attack, and then you still outspeed Naganadel. Like, what is the point of having that much speed? You don't need it. So that's that. Like, this thing, I like it. To me, it's just nothing like, wow, nothing special. You get Fire Punch for coverage, you get knockoff, yeah, you get low kick. Like, this thing, if this thing was released last in just regular Sun and Moon, it would be nowhere near as good. It wouldn't even be on my thoughts for the bannable list, because it doesn't have good move suit options like knockoff, like low kick, like outrage. So yeah, it does get priority and quick attack, and it does get taunt. It's fast taunt, that's nice, and volt switch of course, but really nothing that special, guys. It's got a nice shiny, like it's all white, like nice and crisp, nice and clean. If it was all black, it'd be really cool. I'm a big fan of the blackout shinies, but yeah, guys, really nothing too special. I think its stats are very mediocre. Again, just take away, you can take away 40 in its, well, you can take away 30, I guess, in its speed, and you can give 15 to attack, 15 to special attack, or 10 and 10, and then 5 in defense and special defense, and be good to go. But, I mean, it's nothing that special, guys. Yeah, to me, it's not worth a first round pick. That's all I have to say about it. To me, I'd unban it, but it's unreleased, so because of that, it would kind of have to be banned, unless you're playing on Showdown. But if it was released, I would say unban this thing, let everyone play with it. It will quickly drop down to tier 2 in my opinion. So yeah, if this thing got Beast Boost, it would be over. I think you can actually run enough speed. Yeah, and you can run enough speed to be able to, enough attack to be able to outspeed some things. Of course, you're going to have to be at, what, 354, which means if they have a 110 base Pokemon, then you'll be able to do it, but if you have anything faster than that, you won't be able to get your Beast Boost in attack. But that's neither here nor there, because this thing has Volt Switch, Volt Absorb, not Beast Boost. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you really enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hopefully, I'll be able to release another one of these ones. I'm going to stop bulk recording for a bit, and the next one will be coming out after you guys see the first one and this one. So if you didn't see the first one, go and check it out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you all next time.